I don't know what it is, but everybody, one way or another, wants to be in the restaurant business. Maybe it's because they worked in the business during college, or maybe their family was in the business. I don't know, but we're here in South Reno, Nevada, where a guy that was a firefighter has now opened his own restaurant. I guess you could say it's kind of like out of the fire and into the kitchen. This is Yosh's Unique Deli.
Smoked tri-tip going out.
It's fabulous. It's innovative.
Coffee with lingonberries.
I eat here probably 2 or 3 times a week. Josh does a really good job.
Or Yosh, as Josh Cotting's family calls him. Who called you Yosh?
My younger sister. She couldn't really pronounce my name.
It's like he was born to do this.
Or at least born into the right family.
My grandfather started a deli in 1975. This was like Reno's first deli. My mom and aunt took it over from them.
Then, after battling wildfires for 6 years, Josh jumped in to take his own shot at sandwiches.
Pork belly banh mi.
Pork belly banh mi has slow braised pork.
And a nice blend of vegetables.
It's a burst of flavors in your mouth.
What are we making?
A braised pork belly banh mi.
Okay.
We have our pork belly, rubbed with some kosher salt, black pepper, and this is just ready to go to the flat top. 5 minutes aside. Soy sauce, rice wine vinegar, fish sauce, and chili paste.
All right, in the oven.
3 hours, good to go.
All right, sriracha aioli, let's see it.
Eggs, fresh garlic, seasoned salt, cherry vinegar, and then canola oil.
Get it.
And our chili paste.
Okay, now we're into the...
Pickling brine for our daikon radish. Just start with some water, rice vinegar, apple cider vinegar, black cardamom seeds,
Couldn't see that coming.
whole black pepper, bay leaves, coriander seeds, cumin, onion powder, salt and sugar.
Let this all dissolve and steep a little bit.
Pour that over the ice, and we just start shaving daikon.
Oh, in chips, not in strips. How long is this gonna take to pickle?
Overnight.
Build it, brother.
Start with pork belly.
So it's a really nice, gentle, medium-sized portion.
Definitely.
Heard about this health craze that's going on today?
You know what you're getting when you're having pork belly anyways.
He's still in firefighter mode. He's still burning those calories.
A little sriracha aioli,
A little?
our pickled daikon, fresh jalapenos, Thai basil, fresh cilantro, shredded carrots, bean sprouts, and hoisin. Give these guys some of our braising liquid.
There we go. A family of 6 can feed off of this. If you're a pork belly fan, you'll love it. The pork is super tender, like all of the fresh veggies and the basil. You need the acid from the pickling. So it is rich. Nicely done.
Thank you.
And the pork belly banh mi.
The pork belly is a guilty pleasure for me. It's such a treat.
The pork is really juicy. It's got some crunchiness to it also.
How do you describe this place? What makes it so good?
All the meats are very tasty.
Big enough portions for you?
Huge portions. Perfect.
Hash going down.
He backs up the unique side of it.
Yes, sir. The spices and the flavors, you can't get it anywhere else in town.
Now this meatloaf, order up.
This meatloaf sandwich is awesome.
It mixes in the mashed potatoes and a little bit of everything that you would eat with a meatloaf.
I used to make it with my grandmother.
Okay, so you have a meatloaf background.
Yeah, people are afraid of meatloaf.
A lot of people had to eat it as a kid, but typically it was overcooked, under-seasoned, and had to be covered in copious amounts of ketchup to ever work.
Yeah, so we're making a meatloaf mix. Yellow onions, red onion, Anaheim peppers, some garlic, red wine vinegar, some Worcestershire, a mix of seasoned salt, kosher salt, black pepper, oregano, and thyme.
Got it.
So we'll give this a blend.
80-20 ground beef, and what else?
Pork sausage.
Great.
Meatloaf mix, save about half of it. Pureed tomatoes, save about half of that. Some eggs, and panko.
Okay. Load it up,
And it goes in the oven at 350 degrees for an hour and a half.
bring it out, let it cool.
We're gonna make our meatloaf gravy now.
Okay.
Meatloaf mix that we left over.
Got it.
Pureed tomatoes.
Ketchup, tomato paste, and mustard. That is a combo right there, folks.
Cook it for 45 minutes. All right, we got our cooled meatloaf. These will go just to the grill right here. A little bit of oil down and the mashed. Add our meatloaf gravy, some caramelized onions.
Oh, you getting all fancy-dancy now.
That's how we do it.
Dancy or the fancy part?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Provolone cheese, steam.
I don't understand where all that's going. On there? Oh, that'll be fun to eat once it cools down to the temperature of the sun. The meatloaf is tender, not dry at all. Great with the provo. And good job on the caramelized onions too. It definitely gives a different textural piece. It's really good bread. It's really nice and light and doesn't compete with the sandwich.
Yeah.
And the mashed potato is nice and silky. You get the creamy side of the mashed potato meatloaf thing you want, and then you get the tender meatball, tomato sauce, gravy type setup. Really good sandwich.
Thank you.
I have bananas meatloaf for you.
It's tender, and I love the mashed potatoes on it.
And with the cheese and the sauce, it just makes the perfect combination.
It blows Mom's meatloaf out of the water. Sorry, Mom.
Ruben, in the window.
It's just a great dining experience for everybody.
The style of food that you do here, you dream it up, you think about it, and off we go.
Yep.
Overachiever. This is fireman. He knows lucky. Good job, brother.